Hello everyone, welcome back to your GRE preparation with Infinity Education. Today in our 28th class, we will learn about quadrilateral. Now what is a quadrilateral? Quadrilateral is a closed figure with a four side. So the most used quadrilateral is a rectangle in which all the internal angle is 90 degrees. So area of a rectangle is base into height and perimeter equals to 2 into base plus height. And one more most used quadrilateral is a square, where also all the internal angles are same, that is 90 degree, and all the sides are same as well. So the area formula for a square is side square and the perimeter is 4 into side. And the most important theorem for the quadrilateral is sum of internal angle is 360 degree. So you can face so many questions from this theorem only. Now let's see with some of the examples. In the figure above, is A is 60 degree. What is the value for B plus C plus D? So it is given A as 60 and we know vertically opposite angle are equal. So I can mark this one as 60 degree as well. We also know straight angle makes a 180 degree. So by any chance, if I consider this as 100, so D must be 80 degree because straight line is making a 180 degree. So this one is 100. So D have to be 80. Similarly, if I consider this as 100, so C must be 80 on the same time. Now, as we know, sum of internal angle is 360 degree. So three angles we have received as 100, 100 and 60. So the other angle must be 100. Then only we can sum up all these four and we can see sum will be 360 degree. Now, like the straight angle theorem, if this is 100, so B must be 80 degree. So we are receiving B plus C plus D as 80 plus 80 plus 80, that is 240. So B is the answer to the question. I hope the question is clear to you. Now let's see with one more example. The diagonal of square S intersect at the point -3, -3 in the xy plane. One of the vertices of square S is -6, -6. So we can see this is a quantcom question. So we must write the ABCD first. Now we can draw the rectangular plane as they have said. So we have given the point in the negative coordinate. I have not written -1, -2, 3 and 4 because lack of spaces. So they have said the diagonals of square S intersect at -3, -3. So the intersection point we are considering as -3, -3. One of the vertices of the square is -6, -6. So if we do this square, so we are getting this as -6, -6. Now if we draw this small line which is parallel to both y-axis, so this particular coordinate should be -6, -3. So we are getting this distance as 3. So the total distance should be 6. So we are getting one of the side of the square as 6. Now quantity A is asking the area of square S. So we know the formula for area is side square, that is 6 square. So we are getting quantity as 36. B is given as 36. So both of them are equal and C is the answer to the question. I hope the question is clear. Now let's see with one more example. In the parallelogram MNOP above, MP is 12. If the area of triangle MNX is 38, the area of parallelogram MNOP, then what is the value of XO? Okay. So it is given the parallelogram MP as 12. So we can mark MP as 12. And we know in case of parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel and equal. So NO will be 12 on the same time. Now it is given area of triangle MNX is 38 of the area of parallelogram. So to do this one, we need to know what is the formula for the area of triangle and the area of parallelogram. So we know area of triangle is half into base into perpendicular height, and area of parallelogram is also base into perpendicular height. So it is written the area of triangle MNX is 3/8 of area of parallelogram MNOP. So we are getting half into base into height equals to 3/8 into base into perpendicular height. Don't be confused. Both the bases are different. One base is of triangle, another base is of parallelogram. So now to calculate the height, we must extend the ON. So as we know, these two lines NO and MP are parallel. So we are considering the height as H. So the height should be same throughout, because the distance, the perpendicular distance in between any two parallel line will always remain the same. So we can rewrite this as half into base as NX of triangle MNX, and height as we have calculated, or we have considered better to say as H, and 3/8 base of the parallelogram as 12 and perpendicular height as 8, because as I said, the perpendicular distance between any two parallel line will always remain same. So now if we do the simplification, 2, 8, 4 is left, 4, 12, 3 is left, H cancel. So we are getting NX equals to 9. So we are writing here. Now the question is asking what is the value for XO? That should be 3. That is D is the answer to the question. I hope the question is clear to you. Now let's see with one more example. In the figure above, ABCD is a parallelogram. So again we can see this is a quantcom question. So we must write the ABCD first. So now as ABCD is a parallelogram, so as I said, in case of the parallelogram, the opposite sides are parallel and equal. So if CD is 7, so AB should be 7, and AD is 10, so BC should be 10. So now I have to find the area of ABCD. So we know the area of parallelogram is base into perpendicular height. So I have to find out the perpendicular height because I know the base as 10. So if I want to find the perpendicular height, so that must be less than 7, because we can see the slant height is 7. So the perpendicular height, whatever it will be, 1, 2, 3, 4, we don't know, but it have to be less than 7. So area of ABCD should be 10 into less than 7, which is less than 70, and quantity B is given as 70. So we can say quantity B is greater. So B is the answer to the question. I hope the question is clear. Now you know one thing, that without knowing the actual height also, sometimes we can answer certain question. Just we have to understand, see, because in the quantcom question, they are actually not looking for the area of ABCD, but they are looking for what is the relationship in between quantity A and quantity B. So if you can understand that one, so what the actual value actually doesn't matter. Now let's see with one more example. ABCD, again it's a parallelogram. Okay, so many questions from the parallelogram. So we can see this is a quantcom question, so we must write the ABCD first. Now if ABCD is a parallelogram, so we know the opposite angles are same. So if angle C is N, so angle A should be N on the same time, and we know the straight angle is 180 degree. So we can say M plus 100 plus N equals to 180. So we are getting M plus N as 80 degree. So if you are getting M plus N as 80 degree, now if we consider M as 30, so N must be 50, because M plus N as 80. So M when 30, N have to be 50. And quantity B was given as 50. So both of them are equal. I can eliminate A and B. Now if I consider M as 10, so I can have quantity A as 70, that is N as 70, because again the same, M plus N as 80, so M as 10, so N have to be 70. So quantity B have to be 50. So now quantity A is greater here, so I can eliminate C, and D is the answer to the question. I hope after doing this 5 question, understanding little bit about the quadrilateral is clear now. Now, still if you have any queries or any doubt, you can post the doubt or queries into the comment section. Or if you are practicing any other question from any different other sources, you can always post that into the comment section. Thank you everyone. Happy learning.